Hey everybody, it's Daniel from the blog It's Like I'm My Own Card Shop. Quick video. Was in Denver this past week and went to a Rockies game at Coors Field. That was Friday night, and then Saturday morning we went and went through the tour of Coors Field. So I have just a few things I picked up while I was there. Coors Field, they have a kiosk set up, and they sell game-used memorabilia, everything from balls and bats. I don't remember seeing any jerseys, but there probably were jerseys, and it's all MLB authenticated. So one of the items that they had were nameplates from above the lockers. So I noticed that they had a Martin Prado Diamondbacks one. It was displayed. There were a few that were up and displayed, and so I asked about it, and it was from 2014 opening day. So the D-backs played over in Australia, but they were the opponent for the Rockies opening day here in Denver. And so anyways, there was a Martin Prado, and so I asked the lady about it. I said, how much is that? And she was like, I think it's like $75, but I'm not sure. And I was like, oh, okay, never mind. Because the Diamondbacks sell the nameplates for the Diamondbacks at their yard sale at FanFest, and I picked up a couple years ago, and they were like $2, $3, $5. I mean, I didn't get anybody huge, any big names, but so when she said 75, I was like, you got it crazy. Anyways, I asked if they had any additional ones of the Diamondbacks, and she's like, yeah, I think so. So she found a stack, and there weren't any big name players left, but there were a few players that were notable, and some coaches and things like that. Anyways, so I asked her about those, and she's like, well, I think those are 35. They're not the bigger name players, so they're 35 a piece. And I was like, still. Anyways, so then I was kind of walking around by myself, and I came back with my wife, and I told her about them, and she's like, yeah, there's no way you're spending $35 on that. Anyways, so I talked to a guy when we went back, and I was like, what's the best you can do? And he was like, 35. And I'm like, I told him, I'm like, the D-backs sell these, and they sell them for like real cheap. And he's like, well, cost on these is $12.50. And I'm like, yeah, but you're not buying them to sell them, you're buying them to put them above the locker so the player knows. He's like, sometimes I'll order more than one for star players, and I'll switch them out during the series because I can sell. The Pirates were there, so he used Andrew McCutcheon as an example. He's like, I can make up my money on the other. I'm like, it's kind of weird. But I looked through the stack again, and I was like, would you do 2 for 50? And he's like, yeah. And my wife was like, no. And I was like, all right. Would you do 1 for 25? And he's like, yeah. So I got this Wade Miley nameplate, again from 2014 opening day. It's got the MLB authentication sticker right there, so pretty cool. I thought it was cool that I was able to pick up a piece of D-backs memorabilia while I was there in Denver. So long story for the nameplate. It's got like Velcro on the back. So, anyways, then just real quick, the other things. Coors Field was the only other field that I've ever been to besides Chase Field. So I was trying to figure out, like, what do I get to commemorate going to that stadium, and what's something that I can get at each stadium, that type of thing. So I don't know. Again, this is only the second one, so I don't know if it's what I'm gonna go with as I go to multiple stadiums. But I picked up a baseball. Take it out of the wrapper here. You know, so it says Coors Field on it. And it's not my favorite baseball that they even had. But again, I wanted something to commemorate being there at Coors Field and seeing a game. So, anyways, so I picked that up. Picked up a postcard of Coors Field, and then they had all their All-Star stuff was discounted, so I picked this up. You know, from the team shop. It's a mini mega ticket. I have one from the 2001 World Series, but this one's from the 2014 All-Star game. And let's see, it's got a $30 price tag. It was $5, so I picked that up in hopes of having Paul Goldschmidt and Miguel Montero sign it, since they were the two D-backs representatives for the All-Star game. So that's my said Chase Field almost. My Coors Field pickups. So, all right. Have a great night.